So there's a few things I want to talk about, and I'm gonna try and do it all in one. So I'm gonna kind of try and do it fast, so it doesn't go like into an hour one or something. Because I know I get so rambly. But one thing is, when you live out on your own, like I still am in a neighborhood, but it's not like a regular neighborhood, but still being so far from town, and like different professionals won't come out this far and stuff. They charge a huge amount to come out. So you become super resilient. You start doing a lot of stuff yourself, and you start finding out, how skilled you can be. We're always relying on someone else to do something for us, which, by the way, plumbers deserve whatever they ask for. And, on that note, I don't understand why we don't pay garbage men more. I mean, none of us want to do that job. So, if nobody else wants to do it, why isn't that they're getting paid a ton to do this? Like, I don't know. It doesn't make sense. Like, it shouldn't be a low paying job to me. It should be a high paying job. I mean, come take our garbage away? Hell yeah. Oh, and also with garbage, the way to reduce it is everything you get, like if you cook anything out of a box or cans, you can recycle. I think they actually do melt those down. The plastic bottles are what we don't want. No, we want to just crunch them up and put them in the garbage. And we need to take care of our own stuff. I mean, it's disgusting that they send our garbage over to third world countries. Make them buy it. So, oh yeah, you can have the boxes and the glass, but you're gonna take all these plastic bottles, and they've got nothing to do with them. They're in their streets, just friggin' like, it's disgusting. So crunch everything up. Like if you open a box, fold it up. If you do a milk carton, take it off, smash it, and then put it back on. Like, that's how you reduce your imprint, is don't just puff everything up in this giant thing. You can make everything smaller. So when you take something out of something, just think, how can I make this smaller? And just however it is, crunch it, fold it, whatever. And you really will reduce your amount of garbage, and we will really reduce, how much space it takes up. And, I think we'll get a lot better. Their whole system has all been about ways for them to profit, and they'll come up with any loophole to make more. So it's disgusting. But so this morning, I decided I was going to do some cleaning. And so this morning, in the kitchen, the sink wasn't draining right. So and it kept having a leak for a long time. And I'd already tried to fix it a bunch of times. And I was like, next time I have to take the pipes off or whatever, I'll fix it better. So that was today. And just so you know, like if you if you have any problems remembering things, take a picture of something before you take it apart. That will speed things up, I swear to God. I don't know how long I had to sit in there with these four pipes trying to like put them together and figure it out. I was like, oh my God. It might have even been 3. It was 1, 2, 3. I think it was 4. And I was just like, oh my God, did this one go with this? Did this go this way? Oh my gosh. And then first it was just pouring water out, but I didn't have something hooked up right. So anyways, now I got it fixed. I got my leak fixed. I got all the gross. Oh my God, it was so disgusting. Ugh, so much stuff is in pipes. And I could even smell it coming up. Like, this is an older house. I can smell it coming up through the sink, the pipe smell. Like this mildewy kind of rotteny smell. And I don't have a garbage disposal. I don't have a dishwasher. I mean, this is a cabin where people just came on vacation. And, nobody lived in it year round. I'm the first person. And so the pipes and stuff, oh my God, it was disgusting. But, I got them all clean. I didn't get a brush and scrub all the way down in them, but I got them where, they look pretty clean. Not as brand spanking new, but oh my God, when you do stuff like that, and it's super challenging anyways, and frustrating, I definitely cussed. You just feel so good after you do it. Like, you feel accomplished. Like, oh my gosh, I did it. I fucking finished that. I finished whatever it is. You just feel like super accomplishment. So, I advise anybody, if you've got stuff and you get frustrated at some point, you're just like, fuck it, and stop, go back and finish it. You'll be like, oh my God, I feel so happy. You feel so good. So, that is, just a way to build yourself up, to complete things and try to do things that you don't know how to do. Find out what all skills you really have, because we have a lot more than we think we do. But, so this just, I couldn't even believe it. So I talked to my mom yesterday. She was giving me an update on the baby. It was doing fine, and it's huge. It's really huge. And so that's good. That's really good. And so she was talking, that she had met with some different groups of friends and stuff. And her friends, a lot of them are older. They're really into, watching the CNN and MSNBC and stuff like that. And they believe everything that they're told. And so, my mom doesn't watch that, but she watches Fox, AON, Newsmax or Newsweek or something. I don't know, some other station that isn't corporate owned. The corporate owned ones are our enemy, because they are, just monopolizing our information, but it's all propaganda to put them up like they're so great, just like the fucking Canadian radio. The government is there for you. The government is there for you. That's the government. They're there for you. I was like, oh my God, how many times are you going to say it? A half-hour drive. Okay. The government's there for you. Like 500 fucking times. It's just, okay, Trudeau, you lying sack of, and he should really go by his real name anyways. He should stop going by the, because he's, his mom was having an affair with, what is that guy's name? Castro. His mom and his Castro were in love with each other, and that's his dad. And then they say it's this other guy, but I guess, I don't know, there's something, she was having an affair the whole time, but I don't know if that guy could even have kids. I'm not sure what the deal was, really. I mean, how do any of us know? It could have been that she was supposed to go get pregnant, because they're all weird like that. It's like a very inbred, aristocratic, kind of creepy crowd. They think they're running us. And they're about to find out. You don't run us, bitch. So, anyways, the constant propaganda around here with the government, and Inslee's the same thing. But what was I gonna say? So she was talking to her friends, and they are big on wearing these things, and so now they were telling her that they've ordered these, I think they're called N95 or R95 or something. I'm not even sure. When we would do the mask, I can't believe I said it, classes at the hospital, they had, it was real specific what you use each one for. And those ones, I can't even remember. I mean, we never, ever wore them. Never. We would wear the blue ones that everybody wears, but that was when you went into a room like where someone was sick. So you had to put that on. So it kept your germs away from them, so it was supposed to be for their, their health. So if you sneezed or coughed, it wouldn't go in their face or something. But still, you were putting germs out. Like if you have a patient that has, I don't know, what the hell with the lights? If you have a patient that has a depleted immune system, then you can't even have them if you are sick or you've been sick or, anything like that. You have to be healthy when you go in there. It's just like a precaution. And, you can't get like right up close. I don't even remember all the rules now. But the thing is when you went into a room where somebody was sick with something that was airborne, and this is what I don't think people really get. Well, I mean, of course they don't get it because they didn't go to all these classes. They don't know. They didn't work with this stuff. They're just being told something and they believe it and they trust these narcissistic maniacs. So when we would go into those rooms and it was for sickness, so to protect us, we had to wear everything. You had to put on everything, like You have to put on the little things that cover your shoes. You have to put on the whole gown. You have to put on gloves. You have to put on, I'm trying to think. It seems like there was something that we had to cover over our head. Oh yeah, those surgery caps. You had to put those over your head and your hair and stuff. You couldn't have anything of your body showing. Nothing of your clothes, nothing. Because, like, people think, oh, I'm going to run around. I've got this on. I'm safe. Oh. No. If it's airborne, it can get on your clothes. It gets in your hair. It gets on everything. You're walking around with these germs all over you. This is doing nothing, except for reducing your capacity to breathe. And then plus her friends that went and got those so that they don't get any germs whatsoever. And it's like you're putting yourself into that situation as the boy in the bubble where you can't be around germs. Every germ is going to wipe you out. I mean, that's what happened with the different tribes and stuff when they started trying to bring different groups together. That their sickness, other ones weren't used to it, and they would get sick and they would just massively dying. Like tons of people were dying. Like the missionary people would go in and start trying to work with the indigenous people. Apparently, I don't know how much of our history we can believe, but it would be that they brought certain sickness with them, certain things that they have an immunity to that these other people didn't, and they pass it to them, and those people have no immunity. And in order to build it, a lot of them were, dying off. And so when you put these things on, you reduce the amount of germs that your body is building up immunity to. So, it reduces your capacity of your lung capacity. It reduces your how much air you're taking in and how much of your lungs you're using. But also because it's right there and it's got so much germs, like so much germs. Blah. Like, and you're just holding them right there. Like, people are all fucking freaked about germs, but they've got this fucking petri dish on their face all day. It's, so sick. So then they're breathing in all those germs, and more than likely a lot of bacteria and crap. It's crazy. It's crazy what they're telling people. It's so sad because people trust it. These old women who want to go get these super, no germ will get through this. And it's like, yeah, but you need to have some germs. You need to have a strong body so your body and your immunity can fight germs so that you don't get affected by germs. There's a reason why sickness kills old people. I don't know. It's just, it's just part of their agenda, to lie and just make us sick because, this is the thing. Oh God, this really got me. I can't even stop thinking about it. Hold on, let me get a drink of this. So, when all of this stuff was going with the trans agenda, right? And this is new. This isn't, something from when I was a kid. And I was even somebody as a child who was super confused. Like I've said before, my body I thought I was born a hermaphrodite or something. That was the word back then. I thought I was born somebody who had both sexes, and they chose the wrong one because my body was so boyish when I was growing up. It wasn't girly. And everybody kept telling me I look like my dad. So I was just super confused. Like, am I in the right body? Like, what's going on? I feel like I'm a girl, but my body seems like something's wrong with it. Like, it was weird. But anyways, I had to get over it. I had to, get comfortable in my own skin. And so, I understand this whole concept of feeling so awkward in your own body, and being confused over, is this right? They got everything put together right here? I don't know. And so, I have a lot of compassion for these people. The thing that gets me is how much they're misleading and lying to them. That just makes me so sick. But, like back when I was younger, it was very, there was a lot of androgyny. Like the rock stars, they all had really long hair and they dressed in tight, sexy clothes or buttons unbuttoned. I mean, they dressed very, feminine, I guess, for guys. And they all had long hair and, and then it went into the what was that? Because when they did the glam rock after that, then, those guys started wearing makeup. But when I was a kid, they didn't wear makeup. In the 80s, makeup just became like a thing. Everybody would wear makeup, tons of hairspray, crazy hair, giant bangs and stuff like that. And then it went into that grunge kind of look, where it's just like, let's all look homeless. Homeless is the way to go. And that kind of, still stuck. It still is kind of a thing. But, back in the day, it was accepted. It wasn't like people, like if a guy came walking in with long hair and really super tight bell-bottom jeans and, way down, what is that called? When it's way down low rider ones, like, I can't think of what they're called. We used to have them, they were called red snaps, and 3 snaps. That was it. That's the 3 snaps. That's how high your pants were. There's probably pubic hair hanging out some people's. But, guys going around wearing that was like, but, you see a lot of guys nowadays wearing, what are those pants called? Like, not jeggings or whatever, but like super tight like that. I can't think of what they're called, but a lot of guys were wearing those kind of pants super tight. So, I don't know. I don't know how they started, to me it seems like everything was out there for people to express themselves however they wanted, There was acceptance for however you wanted to be, There was, trying to think, like, if all the fear started around the gay people because of AIDS, I'm sure that there was a lot of guys who had attitudes there was a lot of people who had a lot of attitudes about gay people, when you're younger or back in the day, but we've come so far from that, But anyways, I knew that there was an agenda because there is so much confusion and so much movement in a certain direction. And so then, like, okay, there's something up here, there's something going on. And then you start looking through the stuff. You just, everything layers on top of itself. And it's all, you see the agenda behind what they're doing. And I know that a big part of the trans movement was to get us to give up our procreation, our natural procreation, and move it into labs. That's what they want. They want the we're just lab rats to them anyway. So that was a huge thing that I am sure is a big part of what they're doing. If they get us all to willingly say, hey, I don't want to be a boy anymore, I don't want to be a girl anymore, then you can't have kids. So then at some point, a lot of these people, they're doing this, and these kids are like 12, 13 years old. They aren't even thinking about having kids yet. And then they get up into their late 20s, early 30s. All their friends have kids. They're falling in love with other people's kids. And they're like, oh, I really want a kid. I really want a baby. And then they have to go to, these clinics, and they'll make them a baby in a lab. Yeah, you can have, oh, yeah, we'll get your eggs. We'll get your whatever. And we'll make you one. And no telling. I would probably got all sorts of stuff in them. It probably can be tracked. Oh my God, no telling what the hell they want to do in these labs once they get control of our baby making, because that's been something they've been pushing for a long time. Oh, you want to pick if it's a boy or a girl? We got you. You want to pick if it's short or tall? Oh, hell yeah, we got you. It's like, no, I'm kind of going to go with the natural way, take my chances. And part of their whole thing too with the, get you to doubt God. God made a mistake. God's always making mistakes, isn't he? We don't need God. God's making mistakes all the time. Well, that's kind of hard because God's right inside of you. So, but the thing was last night when my mom told me this, just blew me away. The whole time I kept saying, like, oh, I can't think that they would surprise me on anything. I think I've just seen it all at this point. I can't imagine that I'm going to be surprised. Oh, I got surprised. I was real surprised. I did not at all even think about this or consider it. So I guess on the news now, there is, she said there was a specific teacher they're going after that was grooming, for sure, one student. So I guess, one student complained, but I'm sure there's gonna be a lot more of this. But she was grooming them to transition. Like, what the hell? A teacher's not supposed, aren't you just supposed to teach reading and writing? I didn't set my child up for counseling with you, weirdo. So yeah, who knows what the hell is going to come from that. But that also led to another story that was, so the farmers of the big, it's no coincidence too. I mean, we are their little farm, so it's no coincidence that, that's in their thing. So the farm people, they were the ones paying for the commercials. They've been the ones paying for the fucking commercials. How in the hell? That should be so illegal. Oh my God. The propaganda to get people to give up their rights to their own, sex organs, then to change them all so that you can go on medication for the rest of your life. Oh my God. So go on this medication for the rest of your life, besides how much medication they need to even do the whole thing. And once you get there, how much medication, and the way that they are always manipulating medication. And one thing I found out, because I tried the hormones a little bit after my hysterectomy. And I was like, hell no, I'm not doing this. And I had talked to so many old ladies when I was a nurse and asked them, like, how was menopause for you? What happened, And so many said they did fine and didn't do hormones. So I was like, fuck that, I'm not taking any hormones. Plus then I found out it's like horse piss. Yeah, they're using horse piss, freaking, it's got the hormones in it. They're going to give it to us, and we shouldn't even be having horse hormones. Like, they do all sorts of creepy ass shit. Like, people have no idea the stuff that they're putting into us. It's disgusting. And then, there's no telling what all they can do with these things that, the hormones they need to start, the hormone blockers, all of the stuff that they come up with that someone needs to do this. This is all pre-planned. This isn't just, this happened. Oh, well, we'll take care of it. No, this is pre-planned. This is part of their agenda. This is part of their movement. And, oh my God, it's so fucking sick. And it's so crazy how they can be allowed to do that. That is so manipulative. And, just like I said before, I remember a long time ago when they got in trouble, it was because they supposedly couldn't put subliminal messaging in our programming anymore. Just the words. And so supposedly they stopped, but since it's all ran by the CIA, I mean, they say they stop, but do they? No. And so they, continued, I think they continue to do subliminal messaging, and I think it is even more nefarious than that. I think it is so, they're programming, we see it's got people completely brainwashed, it's got people just completely caught up in, people don't even know who they are. They're so programmed. So when they do this whole the thing with all of these high frequencies and stuff in movies, it's all part of that same thing. It is all stuff that they're doing to fuck with our psyche. And any of this stuff, because the CIA put all of those, the FBI and the CIA had to release all of these all of their closed documents or whatever, and they're all out there, and they've got huge things about consciousness, and they've been doing all of this stuff on purpose. But oh my gosh, the think that for this whole generation of kids, and I don't know what percentage of them, I know it's a lot of people. I know a lot of people who have transitioned, a lot of people have tried transitioning back and stuff. So they're just fucking with these people's heads. It's so fucked up. But all to get them to be dependent on pills. Oh my gosh. is, oh my gosh. But it's part of their whole thing. You know, all of this stuff with the anxiety, they create the anxiety, they create the depression, they create the high blood pressure, they create the diabetes. All of this stuff is created by them so that we take the medicine so that they get rich. But for to go into it, to be like, hey, yeah, we'll just get all these kids to decide to be different bodies. Yeah, like the way they do it and how they get people to, they direct generations towards certain things, you know, and they're keeping them all divided, everybody divided. But, you know, all these kids, oh my gosh, there's so much healing to be done. It's such a fucking bullshit thing, you know, to fuck with these little kids' heads and stuff like this. You know, I already talked about, you know, one of my granddaughters was getting all confused, and who knows what the point and she's at. And even when I've tried to tell people, like, this isn't real. This is an agenda. They're brainwashing people to feel this way. This isn't real. There's not this many people that feel the same way by accident. That is clearly something going on. Just start looking into it, and then you start seeing. But oh my gosh, now for it to come out that they were paying for all those commercials. Oh my God, that is crazy. And I had noticed, you know, I mean, I don't even know when the last time I saw a commercial. Well, you can tell what the one girl is, you know, the one that they're always showing that wears diapers, but she's a CEO and she's at the board table and she's like 35 and she needs her Depends on, and then show her butt walking, supposedly her butt, who knows whose butt it is. And it looks like a fucking high schooler's butt or something. It's got these little tiny, you know, tiny little pants on, like this much jeans on her whole butt or something. It's like, oh my God. So they put that into our heads, you know, that we need diapers at whatever age. There's no telling what they've got coming. There is no telling. You know, we're all walking around pissing and shitting ourselves, and oh my God. I'm running to the store to get their meds and their pills. Like, what in the hell kind of world society were they trying to build? Just a whole world built on this corporate, industrial manipulation, and all centered around this false health. And because all you got to do to really take care of your health is to take care of yourself, you know, work on your immune system, you know, eat healthy, do a little exercise, keep yourself in a level, you know, don't get so stressed out. Stress is horrible for keeping people sick. And people eat and drink so much garbage, you know, like Monsters and chips. There's people fucking living off that shit. And I mean, that just shows how strong and powerful we are. You can go around just eat garbage and you're still out there going. But, you know, if you want your vehicle to be working at its optimum, you know, then you focus on your health. Not, well, what pill are they going to give me for that? Oh my God, there's no telling where they were going to go with this. I'm so happy that it's ending. I'm so glad to see this be, you know, cease to be a part of our life, because it's so toxic. God, we're going to move into such a much better place. Just to be relieved from so much gaslighting and manipulation and the trickery, you know, to get us to think we need this and think we need that. Is it's disturbing at best. It's so sick. And and it's looking like that you know, something big is coming. You know, anybody who's been awake for very long to any, you know, you don't have to be awake to everything to know something's happening, something big's coming. And I had seen something this morning, but it seems like, so over in you know, Putin is coming at it hard, but we know why he's doing that. The China, I think they are more of our enemy, you know, when we're surrounded. But we've been surrounded for a long time, but now they're going to make moves. But whatever they do, whatever happens, just remember like what Jim Carrey said when the missiles were coming and when he was in Hawaii and they were coming and they had 10 minutes to live. And, and everybody's kind of panicking and crying and stuff. And he said he just went and sat and just kept thinking about gratitude and how happy he was and how grateful he was for everything he had ever experienced. And it just took him to a place of peace. And that's where we need to be, because whatever they're going to do, it's going to seem super scary. I mean, and I don't know how long it's going to last. Those people had like 10 minutes. I mean, it could last, I don't know, could last a couple days. I mean, it's scary because I've got family traveling internationally right now. And, I don't know when it's going to happen. It sure seems like it's getting close. Like tension is building every freaking day over this shit. Wall Street is collapsing. The Putin, we know, is a good guy, so he's pushing hard for the bad guys to be exposed. And so everything is going, but for people who are unaware and don't really know what's going on, it could seem super scary and super panicky, and there could be people who do start killing themselves over that, like kill their whole families. I mean, I remember that movie when I was a kid, and it was showing it was the end of the world, and everybody was killing themselves and killing their families and stuff like that, so they didn't have to have their families go on without them. Like, they've put so much of this Armageddon and so much of this end times into our head, and people are so scared of it. But, and that it will be a shame for people who will go and do crazy things with whatever's about to happen. But the most important thing is just to keep calm, focus on things that make you happy, focus on gratitude, and just keep thinking about how lucky you are and how thankful. Just stay in that kind of headspace of feeling good. Don't get caught up in the scary stuff, because it's just part of the transition. It's just part of the like snapping, getting everybody, come on, wake up, pay attention. Because, this is super important. It's, the changing of the ages. So it is really important. And so everybody has to wake up, because you have to work on you to get through that gate, to get into it. So, we have to go through some more trauma, and it's going to be, it's probably going to be scary for a lot of people. And, we just have to, for our own selves, just keep yourself sane, and hopefully everybody has their whatever they need in case they really do make it where we can't go any place. If they really do put it under martial law, like, there's no telling what is going to happen. There's so many things can happen, but you just got to keep on knowing the whole time. Just stay safe, stay smart, stay calm, and know that we're going to get through this, and we're going to give it a much better place when we get to the other side of this situation. And it's going to, it has to happen. It's inevitable, and it's going to be super scary for a lot of people. So anybody who knows what's going on, just try and be a rock for others. And, it's going to be a lot of people just crazy thinking that, this is it. This is it. I mean, this is the end. So, hopefully it's going to go quick. I mean, those people only had to go through 10 minutes of scariness, and it, really affected them. 10 minutes. I think 2 minutes of thinking you're about to die it can be pretty scary. I think that is our biggest fear. It's not the actual transition. It's how's it going to happen? Is it going to hurt? What's going to happen? Is it, I think that is what we are the most in fear of. So, it's all about the unknown, fearing the unknown. So, anyways, I'm already up to 35 minutes. But, just there's going to be more and more crazy stuff coming out. Like, oh my God, the manipulation that they have done to all of us is just over the top. It's just beyond comprehension. And, the reprogramming that we all have to do. And, it's what everybody is going to have to be doing is reprogramming to, pull free from their corrupt, shitty system. And, it's everybody's own job to do it for themselves. So anybody who is working on themselves, you're ahead of the game. So just stay calm and You know, if you don't have your stuff, make sure you have whatever you could need if you couldn't go to a store or whatever for a couple weeks. And, you know, it doesn't mean you have to stock up for the next 5 years, because we're going to be, you know, it's not going to be like that. It's just, it's going to be a quick scare tactic, I think, kind of, just to get everybody to pay attention, because we all need to see so that we can let it go. You know, we have to see the truth of what this place was. And then we're going to move into the new place. So it's going to be really great. And it sounds like we're moving into a whole new house or something. Like, we're moving into the new place. Once this one's demolished, we'll move in the new one. I don't know how literal it is, but yeah, basically, that's what's happening. Energetically, that's what's happening. So anyways, I'll probably be back. No telling what's going to happen today, but I really wanted to get that out there. I couldn't believe it. I was shocked. How in the hell do they have all these loopholes for these motherfuckers? It's crazy. Can you imagine if one of us was like, oh, well, we have this product, we really want to sell it, so but we got to convince everybody they need it. So how can we do that? Let's just manipulate them. Let's make them feel shitty about themselves. I was like, oh my God, the stuff they've gotten away with. Ugh, you know, it's crazy. So, you know, have a great day and stay, you know, stay centered. Stay safe and stay centered, you know. Keep to your own self. Remember, you are a sovereign, spiritual, eternal being, you know. And, you know, stay true to your own self through whatever's about to go down. And no, the best is yet to come. That was a good slogan, because the best is yet to come. And, you know, it is exciting times. So I'm excited. Hopefully you are too. I'll talk to you later. Bye.